The current value of AMP is comparable to 0.0022 units of currency. It reached a value of 0.0023 units the previous day and closed at 0.0023 units. The change in value was 0.0001 units. The reverse rate of 4.35. The anticipated value of United States dollars in relation to AMP for the years 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027, as well as the forecasted conversion rates of AMP to United States dollars for August 2023, are of primary interest. It is worth noting that the highest cost is projected to be at 0.0023. The least cost is 0.0028. The average value for the month is 0.0018. The conjecture is that the cost of 0.0024 amps will be incurred over the course of the month. The observed change on August 13, 2023, was 0.0026. Additionally, the anticipated cost for September 2023, prior to any other expenses, is being considered. The cost of 0.0026 is considered to be at the most severe end of the spectrum. The least cost is 0.0028. The value of 0.0020 is considered to be within the normal range for the given month. The cost figure of 0.0024 amperes is allocated towards the monthly expenses, although a slight change of 0.0022 is observed on September 15.4 in terms of United States dollars. It is anticipated that the cost will initially be at 0.0022, reaching its maximum value in October 2023. The cost of the lease is 0.0022. The value of 0.0017 is considered to be within the normal range for the given month. The estimated cost for the month is 0.0020 amperes. With an additional 0.0018 amperes adjustment on October 18. The expected cost for November 2023 is 18.2 amperes, starting from a base cost of 0.0018 amperes, which is the highest cost. The least cost is 0.0018. The monthly average is $0.0016, equivalent to $6. The cost gauge for November 2023 is projected to be 0.0017 amps, with an additional change of 0.0017 amps on November 5.6. The expected cost in United States dollars for December 2023 is primarily determined by the initial cost of 0.0017 amps. The least cost is 0.0017. The average monthly cost figure for the given period is 0.0013 amps, with a slight increase to 0.0015 amps towards the end of the month. In December, there is a rise in cost to 0.0014 amps. Looking ahead to January 2024, the projected cost is expected to be 17.6 amps initially, with a maximum cost of 0.0014 amps. The least cost is 0.0017. The average cost for the month of January is 0.0014, with a conjecture of 0.0015 for the month's cost. The change in cost from January to February is 0.0016, with an expectation of 14.3 United States dollars for February 2024. The initial cost for February is 0.0016, with the highest cost being 0.0020 and the lowest cost being 0.0016. The average cost for the month of February is 0.0018, with a figure of 0.0019 for the month's cost. The change in cost from February to March is 0.0019. With an expectation of 18.8 United States dollars for March 2024. The initial cost for March is 0.0019, with the highest cost being 0.0019 and the lowest cost being 0.0016. The average cost for the month of March is 0.0018, with a gauge of 0.0017 for the month's cost. The change in cost from March to April is 10.5%, with an expectation of April 2024 starting with a loss at 0.0017. The highest cost is not specified. The least cost is 0.0017. The value of 0.0013 is within the expected range for the given month. The value of 0.0015 experienced a decrease to 0.0014 on April, resulting in a change of 17.6. Looking ahead to May 2024, there is an anticipated cost projection. The cost is seen to be 0.0014, with the most severe cost being 0.0015 and the least cost being 0.0014. The value of 0.0013 is within the typical range for the given month. The value of 0.0014 and its associated cost exhibit a trend over the course of several months. Additionally, there is a change of 0.0014, which corresponds to a 0% deviation from the initial value in United States dollars. These observations are relevant to the projected expectations for June 2024. To commence, the first cost is 0.0014, while the highest cost is also 0.0014 and the lowest cost is 0.00. The standard cost for the month is $1. The gauge for the cost of 0.0013 and the change to 0.0012 for June indicate an expected cost of 14.3 amps in August 2024. The initial cost is at 0.0012, with the highest cost at 0.0012 and the lowest cost at 0.0009. The average cost for the month is 0.0011. There is a change to 0.0010 for August, which is equivalent to a conversion scale of 16.7 United States dollars to 446.43 amps. The current range is between 432.90 and 446.63, with a previous value of 440.53. There is a change of 5.90 plus $1.34 to the amp figure for August 2023, initially costing 434.78 amps. The amount of 555.56 was rented, which is 357.14 higher than the average for the month. The amount of 433.03 United States dollars is allocated towards the conjecture of amp for the current month. And the anticipated variation in the value of the United